Hey guys, it's Carl Brown from GuitarLessons365.com. Today we're going to take a look at Danny Boy, a little solo guitar arrangement. Now if you haven't seen the performance video yet, be sure to check that out if you're on the site. It's right above this video. And you can see what we're working towards in this lesson. Alright, so make sure that you grab the tab for this so it's easier to follow along because I'm going to be kind of going through it pretty quick. Alright, so if you got the tab, let's start here in measure 1, just a single note melody line to lead up to the chord melody version of it. Just 4, 5, 7 on the G string. When I do that, I like to do some rest strokes on the classical guitar. If you don't know what a rest stroke is, well, I'll have some classical guitar lessons on the site as well, where you can get that technique down. Then we go to the first chord, which you're going to be running into a lot. It's a C major chord. I have this 8th fret on the 6th string, and then the bar across the 5th fret across the B, G, and D strings. You notice none of the chords in this song are going to have more than 4 notes, so you can play them all with your thumb, index, middle, and ring finger, and that would be the order that you would play it in when you have a 4-note chord. Alright, then you're going to hit the 8 on the 8th on the 6th string again. That keeps this kind of half note, kind of rolling feel going. And then the melody note, the 7th fret on the G string with your index finger. Back to the original chord. Then come over with your ring finger and grab the 5th fret on the high E. Then place your pinky on the 8th fret on the B string. Same chord as before, but with that pinky. Then the melody note with your middle finger. The 5th fret on the B string, so you picked up your pinky. Shift back. So we have here, this is the A, basically an A chord, the D on top. So we have just the standard A here with the D at the 3rd fret on the B string. Then bring that melody note down to the 1st fret, which will make it an A minor chord. And then the final chord is just a little A power chord. Now use this open string to shift back up to the 5th fret. Then you get open, then the G string 5th fret, then the open A and the 5th fret on the B string together, and then 6th fret on the B string. That same chord before with the pinky at the 8th fret. Start along with that low 8, and then the melody note at the 5th fret on the high E string. The key to all this is the highest note in every chord is the melody note. And then obviously any notes by themselves are the melody notes. So keep those notes clear above the chords. So if you have a chord like this, you want to make sure that note is ringing out louder than the other ones. Same chord, back down the melody note, 5th fret. There's A minor 7 chord here. I'm just picking 1, 2, this thumb, index, middle, ring. Open E, then this D minor 7 chord. Now some of these I'm rolling the chords, some of these I'm playing them straight. It's really up to you which ones you want to do. Just don't overdo the rolling. Then you play that root note again, 5th fret. Then we go to the G7 chord. That's this measure 9 here. We have the bar at the 3rd fret, then the 4, then to play the bottom G again with that 5th fret on the G string. Then the 3rd fret here, melody, back to the same chord, just like the beginning there. Then we're going to switch here. It's a C7 chord, the melody note on top there. Then come back down to pick the 5th fret on the B string to continue the melody. Then this F. Alright, so we have an F chord here, but we have a D on top. So there's no bar. You still want to bar this because you want to be able to get the melody note at the 1st fret, which happens on the 2nd beat there. So you play that with your pinky, the 3rd fret, then lift up the pinky to the 1st fret, and then play those chords that those notes you already have down. Now I'm not doing a bass, continuing half note bass line in measure 13. I'm kind of letting this open D just ring. kind of rubato, the melody coming back up to start up, back to the chord. Now here I'm going to actually play this one with my pinky on the 8th fret on the 6th string. That bar, same chord, but the reason I'm doing that, because then I need to hit the 6th fret there. That's a lot easier to do when your pinky's playing this note down here. Then to this G7. Now this G7 is bar at the 3rd fret, all the way across. 2nd finger at the 4th fret on the G, and then your pinky at the 5th fret on the B. Play that, and then lift up the pinky to get the melody note down to, at the 3rd fret. Then over to the 5th fret on the G string, then back to the 3rd fret on the B to standard C major. Then we're going to build up here. So that's just a full bar. Play the outside notes, 3rd fret. Then to this, that's a G7, but we have the A on top first, which will make it kind of a G9. Then we'll resolve it to that 7th fret there. Full bar at the 8th. Hit that 8 again to keep that rhythm going. Then the B string with your at the 12th fret with your pinky. Kind of a stretch here, especially this next chord, which is an F chord. So we have the 2 10s on the D and the G string with your 8th fret here on the A, and you're reaching up to this 10. So then back that A, this B, take it down to the A note. Then you play the bar here. You pick up your pinky, so now you have the 8th fret on the B string. Then back to the 10th fret on that B string with your pinky. So your pinky's the only one that's really moving around. Same old chord here. Then we come down, since the melody note is on the G string now, we're gonna just do a full C major chord underneath it. Same as before. Now here we're gonna play, instead of a standard C major chord, which you could do the bar chord at the 8th fret, we're just gonna bar across the first 2 strings and let this 6th string ring open. That's so it's C with an E in the bass. First inversion. Then we have that same chord before, but this time it just goes to a C chord. So we have a bar at the 8th fret, 9th fret on the G, 10th fret on the D. Then pick the 9th on the G again for the melody. Then that D7 that we did earlier. Then the build up again. So right here it's just the outside strings here, 3rd fret. Then we got a full bar here, so we can just, we're gonna do the whole G7 there. Now you're picking, just putting your 2nd finger down on the 4th fret on the G string. Pick that top note again, and then up to the big chord. That's the high part of the song, so you really want to build up to that. Then we're playing this, that little dominant, makes it a dominant chord there if you play that dominant C7 chord. So then the melody note goes down to C. I'm sorry, to the 10th fret, the D. Then we have this F chord with the D on top. That's just 10th fret across the first 3 strings, 8 on the 5th string. Release that pinky down to the 8th fret on the high E. Then pick these notes you already got, and then back to the high E with the melody note. Then that's just a C major chord. We'll start with the voicing with your pinky at the 3rd fret on the high E. You're just picking the 5th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings. Then open E over to the regular C major chord. Then the open A, and once again lead up with a melody. All reliable here. Back to this D7. We end here with this G7 So we have just the 3rd fret on the 6th, 3rd fret on the 4th string, and then 2nd fret on the 3rd string. That's the top note. And then the high, and then the open B, finishing with just a C. And you can strum it again if you want. Usually this song is played through a few times. I kind of play through all the sections once here, but you know, you can repeat sections, or you can just keep repeating the whole song a few times. When you hear it sung, it's a lot longer than this. So, but all the melodies are here, and just play whatever arrangement you'd like. All right. Hope you enjoyed it. This is Carl Brown, GuitarLessons365.com. See you soon. Bye.